So guys, the next one that we're going to just have a quick look at now is the lamb kebab. How many, well, it's probably a silly question, but how many of you finding that your kebabs are really taken off now that start sort of since about late weekend sales, just climbing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. How many of you are making kebabs and actually using vegetables and bits and pieces like that on them rather than just beef or your lamb? Bit of capsicum? Mushrooms? Anybody else doing anything different? Yeah. So, and that's what we sort of are just going to demo tonight. Like, so with the kebabs, like, so you can go through and you can make your own, you know, your coatings, you can keep them plain, but a plain kebab probably has a sort of a price point as well. Would that be a fair call? So to sort of to change that, you got to sort of do something a little bit different. So the ones that we've done for the book here consist of a bit of courgette, a bit of halloumi, and some cherry tomatoes and some meat. So now we've chosen for this kebab to use the back strap. And like, I know some of you are probably thinking I'm not using back straps because of the price of back straps. They're $40 a kilo or $49.95 a kilo, whatever you're getting. But that's, again, that's up to your store and how much you're going to sell it for, so you might choose to use something else. But one of the things that we just sort of make sure that guys are aware of is when you are actually doing kebabs, you remember it's the meat that you're trying to cook. You're trying to soften the vegetables. You're not actually trying to cook the veggies so they fall off the stick. So you've got to have your pieces of meat bigger than your veggies so your veggies sort of stay off the plate and they just cook off the heat. So just something to keep in mind as we go. What else we had on these ones? And then we use the coating. Yeah, so I'm putting it on the meat using a bit of halloumi cheese. Anybody doing a bit of cheese on there? Skewers?
Has anyone tried halloumi?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, chili stuff.
Yeah, we do the halloumi kebabs with the lamb rumps, or we do it with the outside flap of the round, the knuckle. So we send you everything off, and we use that one for our beef kebabs with the veggies as well. But with the lamb, I use the rump or the top side of round. Like Corey says, whatever shop you've got, you kind of know what you can afford and what you can get in. But in reality, a kebab is a kebab, and that price is going to be always at $2.50, $2, $1.50. So to take that out of the equation, you need to work out a better way to put less meat but more money. So your veggies are your lowest cost. So, you know, suddenly one of these kebabs can go to $3.
The halloumi's same sort of price as me too.
Yeah.
Well,
the difference is we've got 50 grams of meat on, and if we do one with all meat, you know, we might have 200 grams of meat.
Yeah, but then on the flip side too, you got someone there portioning veggies, and I know in my window displays I like the veggies all the same size and everything, so everything all portions out the same. And to do that, when you're turning over big amounts of like kebabs, you know, it takes a while to get those veggies all cut out to size. So, like...
That's a fair point. So, you know what I do in my shop? I cut all the veggies up like this, take a photo on my phone, and I blow it up and I put it on a sheet. That's the veggie size. I cut up all my veggies up on Thursday, put them in a tray, put them in your bloom, in your fridge, then the next day I do them all at once. So, you know, you've got prep going all the time.
So if you've got one person prepping up like those meatballs on the Friday, you've got someone prepping up all your veggies, does your whole staff do that, or
that's
is it individual people?
Yeah, you work out a flow system. Like I wouldn't come in Saturday morning at 5 AM, get lamb legs pair, bone them out, get your top sides and do it that way.
So you have what, 2-3 different windows during the week?
So what do you do the rest of the week then? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Breaking everything.
What do you sell?
Well, we sell value-added stir fries, we sell steak, we sell mince.
You do find that people do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You have different areas that like your stir fries, your mince and things like that.
A couple of years ago, we had to find out, I had to do a sheet how to work out what my customers are. So what we did was I got a couple A4 sheets, I laminated them, and I put them next to my phone. I said to everyone in my shop, I said, okay, I want to see who my customers are for a whole month. So I told all the people in the staff of my shop. So I had a few columns. I had 20 to 30-year-olds, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 60 plus. And I told my guys, you know, I'll give them a 6-pack of beer every Saturday if I count my customers and I can relay it to a store. So what I did was for the whole month, I worked out what my customers, who they are, what ages they are. And then I just catered backwards. So then I worked out, you know, what my customers want on Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday. It did take a while, but now, you know, I'm not going to do heaps of legs of lamb on a Tuesday and Thursday. I put heaps out on Friday because I know by Saturday, Sunday, Monday they'll go.
Roast.
But that's how I worked out that way.
The
Back
other
to
thing,
that back strap though, the lamb ribeyes are cutlets underutilised enough as well too though.
you can use shoulder, no problems at all, Dan. Like you say, easy.
Yeah.
Still a good piece of meat, it's lamb. If you want to ensure your tenderness, do something, you know, you can give it a wee bit of a tender. Like you say, you know, like see some of you guys, they've got tumblers,
I was just about to say that.
massage them.
When you butterfly your shoulders, rip your ribeyes out.
Yeah, and drop in a massager. You know, you can put a coating in or a glaze on, whatever you want in that with that. Give it a tumble for 30 minutes and then dice it onto your kebabs. Also, you've got to utilise what's around you as well, because there's actually places out there that are prepared to dice your veggies for you. And the more you use, the cheaper it is. So you start something off and you might be doing it yourself and you're sort of thinking, I'm not going to be able to cope with this come Christmas time. Go and talk to one of your veggie suppliers around. They do veggies to chop to size. They have machines to do it, so it's actually quite cost effective. Even for your stir fries and bits and pieces too. You can buy a bag of carrot or a bag of onion, a bag of capsicum. If we keep sort of sitting back and thinking, oh, it's a bit more work, it's a bit more work. There's only one way that we seem to make money, and that's work. And you know, once you build systems and you get things in place, you guys know yourself, it does happen, and eventually guys become fast at it too. So you're not going to have your slowest kebab maker stand there with 1 foot on the table, leaning, threading them on a stick. You have your guy that's motivated, he's nice and fast, he's banging the work out for you. Hopefully that's what your butcheries consist of.
Who's motivated to make kebabs though?
Obviously not you, Dave. You've just given me a good example. So you don't get paid to make your kebabs.
Yeah, I've got 300 of
So you get someone like Gab who's really, he gets into it.
He's got to be there. Good sense of humour, Cora.
Comedy show now.
So no, seriously though, you can do, you pick your people for your jobs. Like everybody's got strengths and weaknesses.
Well, we've got
So-
a small ones, man.
You know, you guys, you can be a butcher and dice it. You don't have to be the guy that threads it on a stick. You might have a meat packer that loves doing that sort of stuff, so you leave it to her or him.
But what my shop shuts at 6:30 at night, so there's always 3 of us on until 6:30. So what do we do on Fridays is there's one person between 6:30 while it's quiet, they dice everything up, put it into the room, so the next day, the next person who comes in is ready to go. So you've got to remember your quiet times as well. But any new value-added products, you really want to do them on the Saturday.
But that really, the old 5 piece of meat on a stick has a price limit. Most people that we show them to, in fact 99.9% of the people would choose that one over it with 3 pieces of meat. Halloumi might not be your cup of tea because of the price of it. You know, halloumi, we were talking to the guy last night, he was saying $15 a kilo. So, you know, that might not be, but to me that's not too bad. Especially if you only got a couple of wee pieces on a stick and it's selling an extra 150, 200 kebabs a week for you or something like that. But that's, you know, the weight of that compared to that.
You're better off buying a steak.
What's that?
You're better off buying a steak.
Go home and take Dave with you.
Yep. So that there is quite appealing though.
So what would you ask for that, Corey, and what would you ask for the one without the veggies on it there?
Well, it's quite funny you ask because I'd be wanting probably $3.50 for that, if
Yep.
not more.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
a guy that was doing them up in Auckland the other day is getting $5 each for them, and he's selling them no problems at all.
That's Auckland though.
That's why he can use halloumi and all the good stuff and backstrap,
Yeah.
you know, whereas you might
But you wouldn't need to use backstrap if you had a tumbler though, because you'd get another piece of, a bit of topside would eat
Yep.
just as nice as backstrap.
That's right, but we just chose to use the
Yeah.
backstrap tonight.
Yeah. And what
So-
would you ask for the other piece?
That one there,
Yeah.
I'd like to think I'd get $5 for that. I'd need to get $5 for
Yeah.
it, but realistically, lamb kebabs I see around $2.50.
Any back strap?
Sorry, Dan.
Oh, sorry for it.
That's for later. No, but seriously, like I said, you know, you guys just need to think about that one as well. Like I said, you do see your kebab store like that, which is still popular, but they have a price point. If you want to get just a little bit more, then you've got to go for the GP stuff. And
That's a good point. Definitely a good point. I'm going to thought about that. Yeah.
and also, like
Veggies are seasonal as well too. They watch people's mood.
that's exactly it. And you know, you might choose to use tinned or something, but also, like, so your kebabs are probably not as big a seller in the winter when the veggies are a bit dearer. But for you guys that are in supermarkets, you're quite lucky too. You've got good access to veggies. You might be doing, you know, like, so they might want to turn their veggie section over quite well, so you're getting your peppers straight out of the cabinet, the veggie section. Otherwise, you've got a relationship with your veggie grower down the road, and you get them. Just remember, you shop around, look for the best deal.
We don't have a tumbler in my shop, and we just get the big 10 kilo buckets. We do the marinade, and we just dice the meat up, put it in the bucket, then tie it on, so put it in the cold room for a night.
Beautiful.
The next day, it's all soaked in. So, you know, there's other avenues to go down.
Yeah.
But we do very similar to kebabs like that, and ours is $4 each, and they get $5.15 just to get the turnover. As you do more, all your other ingredients come right down.
Yeah.
So you kind of want that multi-buy. But, you know, those ones out, like I said, I don't do them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I wouldn't do them between Tuesday and Thursday. So you got to check your seasonal customers, what they want, and you just got to be careful of the weather too.
Totally.
Like on Wednesday, I just check my phone and check what the weather outlook is. You know, you wouldn't want to do 50 kebabs if it's going to be storming on Saturday night.
When you talk about your portioning on your product, one of the things that probably, like I don't, I'm not a butcher as such, so we go to the back of someone like Subway, and you wonder how they get their cucumber to be that thin and their tomatoes to be that thin. They're using your meat slicer. So that instead of sitting there and cutting your slice, put your meat slicer to whatever the setting is.
4 mil and just flick it through.
You can get those.
You can buy mandolin.
Yeah, mandolins, mate.
Just like that. So you've got all the products in there, and they kill their cheese so they get it sliced thinner. They make it a lot easier.
It is. It's all
for themselves.
about just working out that best idea, isn't it? And obviously the most cost-effective way to be able to produce the products. But like it makes, you know, when you do show people kebabs like that, it does actually lighten them up. They would love to be eating one with a nice bit of vegetable and stuff on it, especially coming up to Christmas time. A lot of people are doing dinner parties. If you're doing a dinner party, they do like to take something nice along to somewhere. So like if they saw some kebabs or like that versus the meat ones, the chances are they'd grab the ones with the veggies and then they'd actually look quite good at the party or whatever they're at. You know?
You gotta take it back a bit further, and you know, every butcher will just have one of these for breakfast, lunch, dinner. But you know what? You're not selling to yourself. You're selling to your customers. So you got to take that away from your shop. You know, you got to ask what your customers would like. And the reality is they're eating less meat, so you got to put the veggies on it to get your GP and your money.